Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of Rock's Kiss facing up against Power Rangers. This is the game that's going to determine which of these two teams will be able to face off against Cloud9 in the Join Dota League playoffs. Right now, Cloud9 are awaiting them in the semifinals, and then after that, you actually have Team Empire, who's waiting for that victor in the grand finals. But let's get into this game, guys. Let's get into Game 2 because, let's be honest, Game 1 was a stomp. And it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought Power Rangers have so much more skill than what they showed in Game 1. And honestly, Ryu and I were talking about it a little bit in between games. And it really felt like just the draft specifically. Rock's Kiss's last pickup, Slark. Ryu, talk a little bit about that last pick and how the last draft went down.
Well, it was a draft, and like you said, it was the execution as well as denying them in their off lane. And Slark versus Batrider. Batrider can do well in early, but once Slark gets level 5, level 6, he just starts running over Batrider because he can just dark pact off the sticky, and he pretty much owns Nyx as well. And he does really well against those supports too because those supports are really squishy. And it was an amazing pick last time as well, executed too. Back in the day, Gyrocopter, I used to play that hero mid. That was like a year ago, I think, in NELs. I used to play that hero all the time middle, and you could just do so much with it because you have a flak cannon to harass and a rocket barrage. So the hero mid is still really good. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it was interesting, and I know both of us were really praising the aggressive tri-lane that Rock's Kiss decided to run, allowing Slark to be that solo safe lane. It was just such a beautiful setup, but new game, new draft, and we got to talk about it. Power Rangers, typical, banning out the Lycan as well as the Ember Spirit. Naga, Siren, Invoker being banned out by Rock's Kiss. Standard bans left and right, but a different pool this time around is Centaur and Abaddon are going to be picked up by Rock's Kiss. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and see the Dazzle as well as the Nature's Prophet picked up by Power Rangers. So both sides pick up their offlaners as well as a very defensive support. What do you think about this Abaddon pickup, though? Because unless you're running dual lanes, I'm not really seeing why you would pick up the Abaddon. Unless you're running the Weaver Abaddon dual off lane, I'm not really so sure about picking him up so early. This feels very, very weird from Rock's Kiss, but then again, that's how Godlike always drafts.
Yeah, I feel like they want to play greedy this game, and they want to play 2-1-2 lanes like you're suggesting. I think they really do. But with that Shadow Demon, they can still go aggressive now, and Nature's Prophet does really well against Abaddon, in my opinion, because you can just split push and you can just use your Trents to pull the creep wave, and you can do a lot against Abaddon. So I don't know how. I don't like Abaddon against Nature's Prophet in laning stages and maybe in the later of the game, but we'll see how it works out because they play really aggressive though, and it's kind of like what happened with Navi earlier today. I was watching. It just had Shadow Priest plus a Treant. No, not Treant. Treant Protector, where that stupid hero is. And you just dive people for days because you have so much healing. So that could be what they're trying to do with Abaddon and Centaur. Just run them over with heals and shields.
Yeah, I think I would much prefer the Treant Protector in that regards, but I suppose Abaddon being picked up here. This is really weird drafting, though. I like Godlike has got to be going something extremely unique because now with the Juggernaut pickup, I'm not feeling. Why are we seeing these heroes whatsoever? I mean, you had the Shadow Demon, now the Luna being picked up by Power Rangers, but Shadow Demon has Disruption as well as his Purge to go up against Juggernaut, so he should be fine both in defensive as well as offensive scenarios. He can slow down the Juggernaut. Nature's Prophet has all those extra treants he's going to be providing, so that's going to be issues for Omnislash. And Dazzle has that Shallow Grave as well as even just his ultimate is going to be good protection up against that. I don't see a specific reason why you go for Juggernaut as a one position unless you're going hardcore push. But at the same time, the Abaddon, I mean, I suppose you've got a hell of a lot, just a crap ton of sustain between the Abaddon as well as the healing ward for the Centaur, but other than that, I don't really see enough pushing power from Rock's Kiss yet.
I think this is their idea, which it could work, but their killing potential because of the Shadow Demon Dazzle, like you're saying, is going to be hard. What they want to do is they want to push towers, and when they get to the tower, they want to have Healing Ward and Abaddon shield up. So, and if the enemy team actually goes on them, they'll have Centaur ulti, and for their counter initiate or to run away. So it could actually work because the Abaddon and the Juggernaut will allow them to like hit the tier 1s pretty easily, and they should be able to fall because there's no backdoor regen. So it is a unique strategy, and I think it could actually work. Healing Ward is also good for healing up the Dazzle nuke heal. If they don't pull it off the wave, you can heal it up relatively fast. The Healing Ward and because Dazzle's heal does a lot of damage and it clears those creeps really fast. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out now.
Right, yeah, I can definitely see the success of them being able to take tier 1 towers, but I'm really not sure about it once we start getting tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, that's my problem right now too.
Yeah, Power Rangers just like they have so much, like they have Furion, so that's all the split push you ever need when you have a Furion. You've got that hard carry Luna, so they could just like turtle this out if they want to, and they win one good team fight. And they're going to be able to take so much out of the map, whether it's just like farming up stacks or getting Luna a bunch of farms from the jungle, but also pushing. Like you've got a decent amount of pushing power from Power Rangers as well. It's not like when those tier 1 towers start being threatened, they can't go for push of their own with the Furion just teleporting to wherever the Luna's at, spawning some Treants, and then you've got the Luna aura coming into play as well. They could easily trade tier 1 tower for tier 1 tower, I think.
They should pick Puck right now, probably, even though, because Storm's banned out. Storm was probably the best, but then now they can pick Puck. And they have no way to kill the hero, so he can just do all the harassment he wants and just get out of there. That was a good Storm ban, but you still have Puck in there to be a nuisance.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the optimal for Power Rangers right now. Not exactly sure what else they could pick for middle.
Yeah, his instant silence is going to, have the possibility of just destroying heroes like Juggernaut, like Centaur, who relies so heavily on being able to find initiations. And whoa, something different here. Power Rangers, they're going to go for the Brewmaster. They're going to fight this. They're actually going to go for some team fight of their own. I still think, give away tier 1 for tier 1, but once we start getting into those tier 2 tower pushes, by that time, Brewmaster should have his blink. You've got that initiation. You have actually got a decent amount of team fight for Power Rangers, even if they are a little bit fragile on everyone else except the Brewmaster. As long as the Brewmaster is leading here, the rest of those heroes should be able to follow up and provide a decent amount of team fight damage.
They should, and I like this Mirana pickup. It's going to provide, I guess, a lot of stealth, but this Mirana mid against, it should be a Mirana mid against the Brewmaster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can go ahead.
Are you still angling for aggressive? I mean, we've got to be seeing an aggressive tri-lane of some kind here for Rock's Kiss, or do they go back to dual lanes?
I'm thinking Power Rangers are going to do the aggressive lane, what they're doing, like they're showing, for sure. And because Rock's Kiss, they want to probably do 2-1-2. They're doing jug mid. This Mirana's got 3 pulled tangos right now. Centaur, this is the support what? No. They're just checking right now. Yeah, I figured that they would do dual lanes with the Abaddon. You have to do dual lanes with Abaddon, else you're not getting maximum efficiency, really. Because the hero's not really good for... But he's probably going to have to rotate down bottom, and it's going to be Centaur versus Furion.
I'm not sure what Power Rangers, they're just, set up so ultra defensively around this bottom rune area. I'm not sure if they expected someone to be blocking someone was going to go and try and block the ancient camp or something, but I can't imagine Rock's ever trying to go for Roshan. But Power Rangers just had this ultra defensive setup here at this bottom lane where I didn't really expect Rock's to make any sort of rotations in that area. They are going to be spied out by the ward, and Yol should be able to give himself away from this tri-lane, and they just go ahead and invade the enemy jungle, throw down the ward on the magic bush. Should get countered out, though, fairly quickly, as we do have we have no counter wards, actually. So that is going to be full up blocks, so those camps are not going to be there whatsoever. And now we are actually going to be seeing a tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario. Rock's Kids are going to bring the Abaddon back down to this bottom lane.
They're trying. Yeah, they have to do this, else they're gonna lose really badly. Because Furion can't die against an Abaddon and Centaur, really.
Yeah,
disruption though.
Early disruption. interesting. They just want to put like Murata on the defensive as much as possible, I guess. Later on, once we start getting to like level 3, the Shadow Demon Luna is actually a pretty potent, like just straight up harassing combo. Like you throw down 1 disruption, 1 soul catcher, and then the nuke after that, it's just like so much extra damage that you're getting in. It's just maybe a couple auto attacks after that. It's
well, they know that they don't have any regen. This block? No.
Oh, there goes the arrow, lands on J4, pulls him back into the tower range, actually. He's going to be copping a bunch of extra damage there. But should be able to get out J4. No, leap forward. Murata's really gunning for this one. FNG, though, he's trying to provide that body block. He's going to be able to keep J4 alive, but he's going to cop a lot of harassment in exchange, and maybe they can actually get this arrow. Will be able to intercept it by Moon, but he may fall now. Then maybe they go for the dive here. Telekinesis, throw back. Moon kept alive. Now disruption as well. And they do successfully keep Luna alive. That was some great teamwork from Power Rangers. They may have just lost their aggressive tri-lane because they just took so much damage and are going to have to blow through their whole entire regen set. But they do successfully keep everyone alive.
Yeah,
well,
they were down so much regen, and this Luna is actually going to get picked off maybe. Shadow Priest is only level 1. Now they secure the escape. She's got boots now too. She's not going to die unless she gets... I don't think she can die anymore because this Shadow Priest is about to be level 2 soon with this creep wave pushing now. But they could have played aggressive. They just played kind of, I want to say, silly there because they had a lot more regen on them. But now it's all gone because they basically had to trade each other blows or else they're going to die. But that was, yeah, really well executed.
Take a look at some of these other lanes. You could see Solo. He's going to be bringing himself the bottle. He's been bottle crowing fairly early on. Look at it, just spam out Blade Fury, as well as actually going in for those extra levels of healing ward. So they are still relying on that for their pushes. So he's going to have that maxed out right after Blade Fury to be able to help out with those pushes. Top lane, though, we got Seedoy facing up against Cheshire Cat. And it looks like that lane is going the way of Seedoy. Not a big surprise, seeing as Centaur doesn't really care too much about the harassment of the Furion. I mean, that's supposed to be one of the big advantages of Furion in 1v1 scenarios early on. So much extra harassment because he's got a good attack animation plus the treants, but Centaur's tanky enough that a simple, well, it looks like he didn't even need a stout shield, just going to go straight for that tranquil boots, and that's going to be enough to keep him alive and keep up that CS. Ooh.
Bottom lane, they're going to go on this. They got Furion TPing in.
Arrow's not quite up for BZZ, but they are going on the Abaddon, getting low, but the Aphotic Shield going to be able to keep him alive. Now J4 pops a Shallow Grave and a good deny from himself. Now BZZ may be in trouble. One more auto attack and they get it. Furion providing that extra firepower. J4 kept alive just barely as Yol went in for that kill with the Fade Bolt. And Yol will be able to walk himself away, so Cheshire Cat and his rotation in secures themselves another kill. So Power Rangers doing well. They get the first kill on the board as well as forcing the Goblak, the Abaddon, to deny himself by using that miscall. That's a pretty clutch play because that self damage is only 75 damage. Like that's kind of tough to actually be able to deny yourself in those close scenarios. So well done by Goblak, minimizing the damage of that gank.
Yeah, right now, if you look at the levels between Centaur and Furion, it's pretty big because Furion had to TP back to base and then come back in lane. Centaur forced him out one time, and then now he TP bottom, and he's getting a free creep rate, so he should be 6 because Furion has no mana right now, like absolutely none. So he's gonna be forced to stay here for at least a good 2 minutes maybe. So he's gonna be 6 on this Centaur, and he could actually easily TP bottom and stampede and get some kills as well. So I don't know about this trade yet. We'll see see what happens in the next few minutes.
Yeah, maybe if he gets Yol, yeah, he's being body blocked. Now the Treant's not able to secure it. If he had just kept up that body block a little bit longer, he would have actually gotten the kill. Cheshire Cat still going for it. He does have that boots advantage, but eventually Yol is able to get uphill.